Here I'm going to do a quick video on suspended chords. Suspended chords are essentially in scale degrees 1, 4, and 5. And so a normal, or not normal, but like major chords are considered to be 1, 3, 5. So when you have a suspended chord, the 3 is removed in place of the 4. And the suspension is kind of like the sound of the unresolved chord, whereas major sounds resolved. Suspended chords sound slightly unresolved, but they're nice, nice sounding chords because, as you can see, they include the sound of the 4th and the 5th, which are consonant intervals. They're pleasing sounding intervals. So the point of this video, though, is to show the prevalence of the suspended chord. And here I've written in scale degrees, essentially in the key of E if we're in standard tuning. So I'm going to take the 1, 4, and 5 common position for this. See, we got a 4 here, but we'll have in favor of the 5 playing the 5th and the low end there. I'm going to move this over here. We have the shape of a suspended chord based off the A string or the E string here. So I'm going to take this and copy these over here. Get all of them copied, and then group these together. And so now this is the shape of our chord. So let's check to see, does this align with, let's see what I did here. Move these down a little bit. Notice they align with, if we start on the 2 to the 6, 2, 5, 6, 2 bears the same relationship. So we can build a suspended chord off the 1, and even though the 2 chord is minor, because it has, the minor has the 5th, the 2 has a 4th away from it, it allows us to play a suspended chord off the 2. So now we have a suspended chord off the 1, a suspended chord off the 2, and then when we take a look at the 3, notice we have the same relationship here. So the 3, the 7, 3, 6, 7, 3 bears the same relationship. And now we have a suspended chord that we can do off the 3. So all of these chord qualities are the same, and it kind of takes away, even though normally this is major and this is minor, they can all become suspended chords. So that's kind of a nice way to use the major scale to kind of unify the quality of the chord. So we're not switching from, and if you play these, you'll see that they have like quite a different feel and emotion from the major scale. So, or the major chords and minor chord shifts. You see here though, when we go to the 4, from the 4, the 7 is an augmented, so that's not going to work in terms of the suspended chord. But then if we go to the 5, we notice once again that we have the suspended chords. So the 1, 2, 3, and 5 have suspended. The 4th does not, because the 4th does not have a 4th in it. It has an augmented 4th. So then let's look at the 6th. The 6th has a suspended chord. Pull it over here. And then we'll take a look at the 7th. The 7th does not have a perfect 5th, so that won't work either. And notice the 4 and the 7 were the ones that caused the problem last time, and that's because the augmented 4th and the diminished 5th are intervals over each other. of each other. So of the 7 scale degrees in a major scale, 5 of them produce fourths, suspended fourth chords, and ultimately that's pretty easy to see, because when we look at 2 strings here, in order for a suspended chord to happen, a note must have its 5th and its 4th as part of it. So in this case, the 1 has its 5th, which is an inverse 4th, and then the the 5 has its 4th, and then the 5 has its 5th right here. So because it has its 4th and its 5th, it can work. The 6 has its 4th and its 5th. The 7th does not have its perfect 5th. It has a diminished 5th. It has a 4th, but a diminished 5th. And then the 1 has a 4th and a 5th. The 2 has a 4th and a 5th. The 3 has a 4th and a 5th. Down. The 4 has a 5th, but an augmented 4th, back to the 5. So what I mean by that is that the 5 has a 4th and a 5th. The 6 has a 4th and a 5th. The 7 we could see does not. The 1 obviously does. The 2 has a 4th and a 5th. The 3 has a 4th and a 5th. The 4 doesn't, and then back to the 5. So this shape right here, a note, its 4th, its 5th, means that we can produce a suspended chord out of it. So another place where this happens is when we play based off the A, suspended chords look like this. So this is an E suspended in this position, but we're playing based off the A string. So we can see if we pull based off the 5, once again, we're going to get the same shape right there. Looks like an A chord, but this note comes up. So that means this is the 3, this comes up to the 4 of the major chord, and then the 6 naturally we would have the same shape there, and then the 2 and the 3. And the 3. Oops. Messed that up, sorry. So we've got 5 more suspended chords here. Anytime you look for a suspended chord off the 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6, we have them there. One other common spot for the suspended chord is the suspension that looks like the D. D is D type shape, looks like that. When it's suspended, it looks like that. So once again, we could build it off the 1. We see the 2, the 3, and then the 4 does not have it, but then the 5 you can see, and the 6 are suspended chords as well. Of course, there are other shapes. Essentially, anytime you play a 1, 4, and a 5 together, you're playing a suspended. But that is my presentation on suspended chords. It's Like I said, it's something to realize that each time you have for each scale degree, which there are 7 in a diatonic major scale, there are 5 diatonic suspended chords. Hope you liked that video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you at the next one. Thank you.